Going to be starting in just a second here. Just got to get the stream rolling on Twitter and stuff. Assuming I can get it to show up on Twitter and stuff. How is there already a like from you? I'm not sure. You might have, like, sometimes if you like a previously scheduled stream that I don't get to do, it'll carry that into the next one, which is very weird. But then I'm just gonna do this. And yeah, we're gonna start. Demo. Get out of here, demo. Piece of shit. I haven't streamed in a while, but I'm just so in the mood to play Crash, and I need an excuse. In addition to the fact that I've been gathering a shitload of footage for videos. But,
Crash Bandicoot 2.
I love Clancy Brown as Cortex so much. He's so good. But yeah, this is like one of my favorite games ever made. I love Crash 2, but I haven't played through it in forever. It's more like a game that left a really big impression on me than anything. So this should be quite entertaining. At least I hope it is. I love Cortex in the PS1 version. He's so weird looking.
Of course.
He's so weird looking. They really made him look a lot less strange, like in the Insane trilogy, and even like in Twin Sanity onwards. Like the modern Cortex design is a lot less bizarre. But I don't know. I don't enjoy him as much.
Also, the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have...
I'm going to lower the volume ever so slightly on the game audio.
Fool! Do you think I'm unaware
There we go.
of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface...
He's so weird looking. I love him so much. And then we meet my favorite Crash character in this game, because I'm a big fan of Coco Bandicoot. See, I'm of the opinion that Crash 1 is not that great. But man, do I love Crash 2 and 3.
My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
No. Die. Oh. It does not let me hurt Coco. Oh, I have to change. Hate that about PS3. It defaults on PS1 games to non-analog controls. Because I'm using a PS3 to play it because, you know, graphics. This is supposed to have music. Oh, there it is. That took a minute. I don't know if it always takes that long to start up. There's no real point to destroying all the boxes here other than to get Wumpa Fruit and extra lives that carry over into, like, the first level. But, like, ultimately, you can actually skip this entire opening stage here if you want to. There's nothing forcing you to do it. If you skip the opening cutscene, it'll actually skip this. These animals are from Australia. Yeah, especially in Crash 1, it exclusively uses, like, Australian animals. They're all marsupials, I think. Then Crash 2 kind of goes out with a little more variety.
Well.
Cortex is such a stupid-looking dude in the PS1 games. He looks better in Crash 2 than in Crash 1, though. In Crash 1, everyone's really stiff-looking. That hedgehog went flying. Yeah, I love that mechanic in the Crash games. It's something that gets carried over into a couple of Sonic games down the line, too. Like Unleashed and Generations do it. Where if you hit enemies, they'll fly into other enemies and obstacles and destroy them. It's great. I'm just going to cut them off. I already know what I need to do. We need to go into a level and get crystals. Of course. Fucking this game's very quotable. Cortex has some absolute banging quotes. But, so we're going to be ignoring what he said just because it's funny. There are two objectives to this game. You're supposed to get all of the gems and get all of the crystals. But I'm going to ignore the crystals for now just because it's funny to see him get mad at me. We'll get the crystals on the second time through the level. Because normally in Crash Bandicoot, you have to destroy every single box in a level to get that stage's gem. But in this level, the first level of Crash 2, you have to ignore all the boxes in order to get the blue gem and then go through a second time and get the normal gem. And I kind of hate that because I didn't know what to do the first time. This was the last gem I got in Crash 2. I could not figure out what to do. I did have to look it up. Because I didn't play through the Crash games until the Insane Trilogy came out. But Crash 2 really stuck with me as, like, one of my favorite games. I really like Crash 2. But there's one part I just could not quite understand what to do. Oh, I hate falling down here. I think in the Insane Trilogy, you have to fall down here. Like, they don't give you a choice. It always feels a little more, a little less speedrun oriented, the Insane Trilogy version. Like, I know you can't skip that like I just did. You can't skip these sections. I don't think. You might be able to. And if you can, then, you know, oops, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. But I haven't played through Crash 2 in a while, though. I love this game so very much. Again, easily in, like, my top probably 10 to 20 games of all time. Definitely my favorite PS1 game, I think. I mean, there are some other great games on the PS1 that I really, really enjoy, so I'm not 100% on that. Because, you know, this is the same console that has Symphony of the Night, Mega Man X4. Like, seriously, some of my favorite games ever. But I do love Crash 2 a whole lot. Crash 3 is probably the better game, to be honest, but I don't know. I just prefer Crash 2. Look at him doing the Crash dance. Love it. They kind of toned that down a little bit in the Insane Trilogy, and I'm assuming they will in Crash 4 when that comes out as well. It's not even in Wrath of Cortex, the original Crash 4. Instead, he just doesn't do it.
Crash, I said bring me the crystals. Now, get back in there.
Okay. Whatever you say, Cortex. Yeah, so you'll just keep getting yelled at until you bring a crystal. You can go through levels and not get crystals, and Cortex will just get more and more pissed at you. We're going to just get the crystal, though. Since I have to do this level 12. I'm not doing 100% run. We're not even going to beat the game in this stream. I'm just playing it for like an hour or so, and then I'm going to just turn it off. But I just really felt like playing Crash 2, and I'm going to need to play more of it to get footage anyway. But for an upcoming video on a different Crash game, how angry does Cortex get? He gets really pissed. He'll just yell at you. He has like 3 different dialogue things for if you keep not bringing crystals. Eventually they'll just loop, but I do love that attention to detail. Row! Yeah, this is seriously one of my favorite games, though. I think I kind of prefer playing it in Insane Trilogy, but I'm not entirely sure. You're seeing about Godzilla Complete Rulers of Earth Volume 1 and 2. Hey, that's a good comic. That's a very good comic. If you like Godzilla and you like comic books, which I do. All the IDW Godzilla comics were great. They got discontinued. Wish they didn't, because, in theory, we could get a Godzilla Sonic crossover. Ooh, I landed on the Nitro crate. I was trying to do a skip there, but it did not quite work. So in this game, there's the jump, then there's the slide jump, but if you spin in a slide jump, you go really high up. So that's what I was trying to do there. I just failed at it because I suck. Let's try it again. There we go. I usually make that, so I was very surprised when I failed it. Who is Cortex to Crash? Cortex created Crash. See, in theory, I messed up, because these guys, you have to slide jump off before they crouch down like this. But again, you can just spin during a slide jump, and you get all this extra height. That is actually something they carried into Insane Trilogy as well, but not like Wrath of Cortex or anything like that. Just the Insane Trilogy in this one. The first 2 issues haven't faced Zilla. I liked whenever Zilla showed up in Rulers of Earth. It was really cool. I just like Zilla in general. There's a toy of him somewhere around here. Somewhere near my desk. These turtle enemies can be really annoying. I don't think you don't have to belly flop on these platforms to go down here, but I just like doing it. Crash is so satisfying to control in this game. If the PS4 version controlled the same as the PS1 version, I think it would be like my favorite platform of all time. But there's some issues I have with the original, and there are control issues I have with the Insane Trilogy. That means that neither version of Crash 2 quite makes it as like my favorite game, but they're both so good. Like either way you play Crash 2, you really can't go wrong. This game's amazing. Unlike Crash 1, which is a good game, but like horribly flawed, especially if you're trying to 100% it. Like it sucks 100%. Even whenever I'm not going for all gems, I can't help but try to get all of the boxes in a level. It's just too much fun to do for me. Die, turtle. Fucked him up. In one issue, Jaguar shrinks, flies into Orga's stomach, and tears him apart. Yeah. No, the Godzilla comics had some really, really cool stuff in them. And the art's great, too. Matt Frank is a brilliant comic man. I gotta say, he does good work. I want the extra life. I hate this mud. It really, really slows you down. You have to jump through it. But, extra lives are pretty good. So, damn it, I fell down here again. You can absolutely skip falling down here and having to kill all these rat people. But I don't like. It takes effort. A flying mask. Yeah, Aku's cool. In some of the later games, he's voiced by the same guy who does like Grim from Billy and Mandy. Did I get the crystal? I think I got the crystal. I feel like I got the crystal. We'll find out. Jet Jaguar defeats Destroyer by shrinking, flying into Mechagodzilla 3. Yeah, Jet Jaguar does a lot of cool stuff in that comic for sure. Hell yeah, we got all of it. I'm gonna skip the crash dance because I don't care. Actually, no, I'm not. I like the crash dance. Do the dance. Yeah. It's so funny. Coco doing the crash dance in Insane Trilogy is like my favorite thing. Pretty much everything about the Godzilla comics was cool. You can sum up my thoughts on them just by saying they're pretty good.
Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain.
Oh, Cortex. Doesn't Coco butt in here and start yelling at you for listening to him? Crash is so beautifully animated for a PS1 character. I just wonder, why doesn't Aku give a shit about all of this? He really should.
Bring them to me.
Hi, Coco. She just looks pissed at you. I love it. Wow, 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 wow. Those are the sounds Crash makes. He just like solid wow. That's it. He makes other noises, but like that's his sound, man. He goes wow. That's a nitro crate. That kills you. Don't touch nitro crates. Oh, I can touch a nitro crate now. I'm invincible. So if you get 3 Akus, you get invincible, and it's awesome. I love invincible Aku mode. It's very fun and very satisfying. Oh, great. We're in an ice skating section. The ice skating controls in Crash 2 are really bad. They're so much better in the Insane Trilogy version. But in the original, it's not a great thing, honestly. And we lost a mask. They sort of act like Rings in Sonic, you know, like you get extra hits for having Aku. And like I said, you can have up to 3. The third one turns you invincible, and that one's not permanent. Like that's obviously on a timer. And whenever that goes away, then you go back down to Aku level 2, and then you can get another Aku. So in theory, if you're good enough, you'll be invincible a lot. But Crash 2 is a pretty tough game, and I suck at it. The only kind of easy Crash game in the original trilogy is 3. There's a red gem, but we can't get it. We have to come from a secret entrance. Pretty much my biggest issue with Crash 2 is the box counter. Because it doesn't show the total number of boxes in a level. Which is something that starts with Crash 3. Starting in Crash 3, they show you exactly how many boxes are in each level. And that's huge to me. You guys have a couple PS1 classics and USB set with auto bleem and more ROMs on them. For my money, the PS1 classic is lame. I love the PlayStation 1 so much. It's one of my favorite consoles, but oh man, I'm indifferent to the classic edition of it. I have one. I have to mod it still. I'm going to load it up with games. I mostly use PS3 to play my PS1 games because it's convenient. Except when it isn't, because there's a handful of games. This box destroys all the nitro crates, and it's pretty handy. All the PS1 videos you did are from a PS1 Classic. That's cool. Yeah, I have no issues with the PS Classic, like, as a moddable device. It's really cool. But, like, as a standalone device, it's such a piece of garbage. My main issue I have with it and why I don't use it for, I'm gonna eventually mod it. Oh, I didn't. Did I actually not hit the, crate that I need to hit to do that? I'm stupid. Where is the crate I need to hit? I need to turn those boxes visible. But it doesn't have any way to use analog controllers as far as I know. They might have updated it so you can use like a DualShock 4. But like the lack of analog controls is pretty devastating. Considering like this game. Yeah, you can play with a D-pad controller. But you really don't want to. Why is it not hitting the... It's not registering that I'm hitting that. Crash 2, why do you do this to me? What I need to do, there's a box up there that it needs to register that I'm hitting. The game just isn't. You can use PS4 controllers. And that makes it a little better. I'm still content just using my PS3 with my actual copies of the games. Ah! It is glitching. It is a glitch. It will not register that I hit the thing. That's irksome, but I'm not really gonna... I don't care enough to do anything about it. Because again, it's not like we're going for 100% completion anyway. Even if I hate this so much. Yep, okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna kill I'm gonna kill myself. And then we're gonna try and get it again and see if it fixes itself. But yeah, I usually try and use original hardware. I avoid emulated solutions anyway. This is technically emulating, but it's emulating by using the original disc instead of like just a ROM or an ISO or whatever, an ISO. So I prefer it pretty heavily over the Oh, that's why I have to bounce on this crate. No, Crash, stop. I need to get around the crate. Ugh. Well, that didn't work. Oh, okay, it worked with my belly flop. All right. Worth it. In Crash 1, this wouldn't have been a good strategy, because in Crash 1, even if you get all the boxes, you have to not die. You're not allowed to die in Crash 1 to get gems, and it's the worst thing about the game. Like, by a long shot. 57 out of 74. Oh, I have to take the other route. That's right. Just the fact there's an army of Mechagodzillas in Ruler of Earth. Yeah, again, like I said, I love Rulers of Earth. I love the Godzilla IDW comics. I like IDW in general. Like, their Sonic comics give me life, I tell you. This is going to be Embryo. Yep, here he comes. He's like... I don't remember what Embryo sounds like. I was going to do an impression, but I don't remember. No, I forgot to go back and get the green box. No, that got saved by checkpoint, I'm pretty sure. And we'll go to Snow-Go again. I'll try. It's only like a 2-minute level. We'll see. Again, I'm not going for 100% completion at all in this, so it's kind of... And I don't know why I care so much. It's fun when you die. Oh, you know, I'm thinking of the Insane Trilogy version. You're right. It does reset. I killed myself in solidarity with my stupidity. See? But, yeah, it's not a particularly long level, so I don't really care. I just hate the skating controls in this game. They suck. They're really bad. The ice physics in Crash 2 are the worst. They're really not bad and Insane. I've heard people say, they made them worse in Insane Trilogy. And I'm like, no, they didn't. Insane Trilogy, even Wrath of Cortex really fixes up these controls. And Crash 3 has the same shitty ice physics for the oil sections, but they're a lot less utilized, so it doesn't matter. Welcome back, Shiny. I don't know. I love this game to death, but it does irk me. Like I said, if the Insane Trilogy version controlled like this, like, oh man, it would be like my favorite game. There's so much I love about Crash 2. Like the fact that you hit him and he plays one of those stupid Vuvuzela things. I'm like, yes, Crash, you kick ass. I love it. Crash 1 is still the most annoying game in the series to play, in my opinion. Like, I do not have a lot of fun with Crash 1. The Insane Trilogy version's entertaining enough. But, Crash, he has so much momentum on ice in this game. It's ridiculous. I have no idea why that box wouldn't break for my spin, but that's okay. I see people compare Crash to Sonic because they're like, new 3D Crash Bandicoot game. Unlike Sonic, it's always 2D, and I'm like, half of Crash is 2D. What the fuck are you talking about? These games are so big on 2D sections. Even Twinsanity, which is like all 3D, still goes into 2.5D-esque areas where it's really hard to play. About to beat a Hat in Time's main game, but you still listen to me. Well, Hat in Time is kind of perfect, so that's fair. I still need to get the Switch version of that. I only have it on PC. Because I got it like the day it came out, and it was just as a whim. I was just like, yeah, this came out. It might be good. And then I bought it, and I was like, oh my god, this is one of the best games I've ever played. And it remains one of the best games I've ever played. Oh no, I lost Aku Aku. Oh, the horror. Haha, that is a funny number. I better not have forgotten a crate. No, I didn't. Okay. I would have been mad if I went back through the level and forgot a crate. We will, in theory, have to backtrack here to get the red gem. Am I going to review that, and if so, soon? Eventually. There's also a Godzilla vs. Megalon comic. Only 4 pages. Yeah, they misname all the characters except for Godzilla and Megalon, too. It's Robot Man and Borgon instead of Jet Jaguar and Gigan, which is pretty fun. But yeah, I'm going to review Hat in Time eventually. It's on the list of, like, I want to do for sure. I just don't know when. Borodan. Yeah, I knew it was something weird. I haven't looked at that comic in, like, a couple of years. The art's really weird in it. I like this level, like, a lot. This is one of my favorite levels in the game. It's so fun. You can skip so much by slide jumping with a... slide jumping with a spin. We gotta decide. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna get the bonus gem for speed running the stage. Now, I'll go back for the normal gem and the... I might be able to get the crystal just on the way. I better not die, because if I die, it fucks up and I'll be really mad. Okay, we got the crystal on the way. That works. Well, checkpoint doesn't really help me anyway in this case, so... Oh, damn it. That makes me angry. I need to start the level over. Hey, Sin. Crash the Bandicoot. It is pronounced Croosh. The Bandicoot. I don't know the fuck I'm talking about. I have to exit the level and start it over because I want to get all the gems. You only need 4 timepieces. I beat that game 100% first playthrough, and then they added so much content to it after that, and it was awesome. Because seriously, like, Hat in Time is one of the absolute best 3D platformers on the market right now. It's such a solid game. You gotta try out the old Crash games. I highly recommend them. I'd say just get the Insane Trilogy, honestly. Like, I think Crash 2 and 3 control a little bit better through the PS1 version, but not by enough that I think you'll have a negative experience with Insane Trilogy. That's how I first played this game, and I completely loved it. And then I played the PS1 version and liked it slightly more to actually play, but less in terms of like features and polish, because there's a lot of stuff that I find really annoying in the original. Mostly the box counter. See how it says I have 8 boxes? In the Insane Trilogy, it says how many boxes I have out of how many are in the stage, and I'm like, that's so much better. But yeah, beating this level in a minute gets you a gem, which, you know, I've heard described as like a cryptic secret, and I'm like, no, I don't think. I think the only cryptic secret in Crash 1 or Crash 2 is the gem for beating the first level without destroying any crates, because like, who in the world would do that? You have to take like a specific jump at one point to do it. It's kind of annoying. Yay, I got the gem. Now I have to do the level again. Don't have money for Insane Trilogy, so you're gonna emulate the old school games. That works too. Yeah, no, there's a ton of monsters in Rulers of Earth. Like I said, the IDW comics, A+ stuff. Love them, chef's kiss. Why gems are gray? Some of the gems are colored. There's both. They exist. That's Cortex telling me.
3 crystals cry. Very good, Infernal Bandicoot.
I like Cortex. You're voiced by Mr. Krabs. Go away. Gotta go get the other gem now. You don't have money for Insane Trilogy, so you're gonna emulate them. That works. Crash 1 is really rough around the edges if you're playing the PS1 version. Like, to the point that I would kind of argue it's not a great time. Crash 2 and Crash 3 are amazing games regardless of how you play them, so you'll enjoy them for sure. Especially Crash 2, in my opinion. Still, like, my favorite game in the series. I love Crash 2 so much. Crash 3 is probably the better game, honestly. There's a lot more I like about it. It just feels like it's trying a little too hard to, like, have variety. And it pulls it off. I don't think it ever gets boring or anything. It's just like, you know, I didn't think Crash 2 got boring, and it has almost no variety. Comparatively, you're just going through platforming stages, but the platforming is just well designed. How excited am I for It's About Time? Very excited. I'm very, very, very excited for that. Yeah, there are going to be a few videos about Crash leading up to it. Well, specifically 2 that are planned. One super soon. One right when the game comes out. It's not gonna be like the next video. There might be there's a video coming out this week, and then potentially the next video after that's Crash. It's either that or there might be a Sonic video in between. It just depends on how scheduling works out on getting it done. Wow, 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 wow. But yeah, but It's About Time looks absolutely amazing. Trying to get the belly flop to work when you're in between boxes is annoying. There's a lot of quality of life improvements in Insane Trilogy. Again, the only thing I prefer about the PS1 version of Crash 2 is the control. It's just, he's so smooth to control in this game. Whereas in Insane, he's much more precise. Like, it might actually be a better control scheme, but I'm not 100% on that. Redesign for Crash is beautiful. Yeah. No, I love how he looks. IDW has a lot of great books. Marvel's got the good Star Wars comics right now. That's what Andrew's talking about. My favorite IDW series is Sonic, but their Godzilla comics are amazing as well. Super worth reading. God damn it. I'm really bad at hitting these boxes off the ramp, and I don't know why, because it's not like it's a difficult thing. In the Insane Trilogy, there's Fake Crash dancing over there. Fake Crash is a character from Sin reads a couple IDW comics. Really? I had no idea. I didn't know you even liked a Whisper or a Tangle or a that fucking beetle chick. I don't know. The one who's friends with Tangle. Basically everything about Tangle and Whisper is the best thing about the IDW comics. I like those comics so much, I actually pay for them instead of pirating them. And that, trust me, is a show of absolute love from me when it comes to a comic book. That should be all the gems, I think. Yep, it was. Good. Because sometimes you don't know how many boxes, or not all the gems, but all the boxes to get the gem. What about that dolphin girl? I don't remember a dolphin girl in the IDW book, but I could be incorrect. Do the dance for me, Crash! Now stop the dance, we're going to the next level. God, it's hot in my room. It's like 90 degrees in here, I hate this. But yeah, I'm very excited for It's About Time. It looks so good. I love how Crash looks. Coco's design took a while to grow on me, but I like it. It's fine. Die! Ah, we're invincible! Kill. Crash must kill! Psycho killer. Get him, Crash. Get him! One thing I do really like in the Insane Trilogy of Crash 2 is that they update it so all the levels have shared themes, or at least a little visually distinct from each other. This game mostly does that anyway, but not to the same extent. Invincible again! Yes! We will destroy all who stand before me. Oh, there's something I have to read in chat. Favorite Hat in Time character, Ian? I fought both because I played through the game twice when it came out. I don't remember who I fought first. I want to say I fought the conductor first. No, I definitely fought DJ Grooves first, actually. I remember. My favorite character, probably Snatcher. I'm a pretty basic bitch, but I do love me some Hat Kid. Hat Kid's an awesome protagonist. She's great. Bo Kid's cool too, but she wasn't around when I first played through the game. I haven't beaten all the DLC for it, actually. It's something I need to do. That's what I was waiting for to review it, actually. Wow! I hate backtracking in Crash 2. Or any Crash. It is very stressful. I walk slowly because you can't see where you're going. See, this is where a box counter comes in handy. Like, you know, the box counter that I described being in other Crash games. Like, again, I know I hit 23 boxes, but I don't know how many other boxes there are. And the checkpoint doesn't really help because it counts the boxes up to this point in the level. Crash more like my friend. That didn't make any sense, Stops, but that's okay. Wow, 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 wow. I love Crash so much. He's such a goof. You know what? Fuck it, we're going forward. Have I bought Splatoon 2? Yeah, it's sitting on my shelf. I've never played it. But I do own Splatoon 2. It is yet to be used. Many of my games have yet to be used. I am not big on actually playing video games. I just like to own them and have piles of them sitting on my shelves and off of my shelves and on the floor near shelves. And I only have the one game shelf and it's full. So, like, anything I buy goes in a box. I'm putting a bunch of stuff in storage. I want to put most of my Genesis games in storage except for the Sonic games, because I can just play them on my EverDrive and pull them out if I'm reviewing them or whatever. See, I said screw getting the box gem for this level because I died. Backtracking's annoying. No, I don't want to go down there. Fuck you, Crash Bandicoot. You can't make me. How about Mega Man and Sonic Worlds Collide? That was an Archie comic, but it kicked ass, yeah. And there was the sequel to it with a slightly different name. I don't remember what it was called. You buy games and don't play them? It's called being an adult, having a full-time job. I'm working like 90 hours per paycheck. And yeah, the games just sort of sit on the shelf. You have to be careful on those boxes because they break after a certain amount of time. Being an adult sounds gay, bro. Kinda sometimes. I don't hate it, actually. I like it more than high school, I'll tell you that. I'm not a real adult, because I'm still in college. I'm gonna be in college really long, because I'm getting my degree at a snail's pace, so... Last night you were playing Crash Bandicoot, and Crash looked at you, said a swear word, and it traumatized you? Was he just like, fuck? That would traumatize me. Hello, Zachary, the green hedgehog. I wasn't counting the box bounces again. I was reading chat. Hat Kid is unnecessarily adorable. You love her. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. Hat Kid's pretty great. It is like the only game to ever make me go, aww. While I was playing it, I actually looks forward to the characters being cute. And that is rare for me. I don't dislike cuteness, but like normally I'm indifferent to it. Hat in Time is the exception. I love it in that game. Sonic and Mega Man Worlds Unite. You are correct. Yes, it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I'm counting this time. Now I'm counting in my head, and I lost count. See, I lost count. I really like the video game, guys. Maybe I'll do 100% streams, like just 100% the game over a couple streams, because I really, really do like this game. Like, I'm not exaggerating when I call it one of my favorites of all time. Everything Dops just said would make for a very good Nintendo Direct. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, I hate this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God, that took way longer than it had any right to. Every time someone says they haven't played a series like Crash, it sort of surprises me. But then again, there's a lot of classic series that I have not touched yet, like Spyro, which, you know, if I played Crash, I really should have played Spyro, but I haven't. I own the games, but I haven't played them. It's like very, very short on my to-do list, though, the Spyro games. I'm sure I'll play them before Crash comes out, just because it'll be a PS1 nostalgia thing, even though I have absolutely no nostalgia for the PlayStation 1 at all. I did not grow up with these games. I did grow up with the sequels to many PS1 games. Hey, guess what? If you know my channel, you know what game's next, because I'm reviewing the sequel to a PS1 game I reviewed earlier this year. Wahoo, it'll be fun times for me. Well, it was fun times for me. I already recorded it like a month ago. Like, I've been sitting on this footage for a while because I'm stupid and I keep not working on stuff because I'm busy. You fucking what? The fuck is this talking about? Fine. We don't need Crash Bandicoot to make us happy. What about Ape Escape? I have not played Ape Escape, but it is very much on my to-do playlist. Basically, whenever an Ape Escape game comes into my work, I'm going to buy it and play it, if the first one ever comes in. We're getting the box gem. I don't give a shit. You only played the remakes of Spyro. Again, I have the Reignited trilogy on Steam, but I have not played it. But I want to play it because everyone tells me how amazing Spyro is, and I'm like, okay, I believe you. Then again, I didn't play Crash until the Insane trilogy came out in 2017, and I went from completely not caring about Crash to like it being one of my absolute favorite franchises. It was a very quick transition. See, what I like is that it destroys both boxes whenever you jump on TNT and it's stacking up another box. I just love this game's soundtrack. It's so good. We also added Godzilla Battle Legends to your Raspberry Pi. Kaiju Daigus is better. I agree. Battle Legends is really rough around the edges. It's not ideal. So we're going to go this way this time because it's going to be easier to go this way. I think. Maybe. I hope. I want to get all the boxes. And this level's fucking annoying because it's all backtracking, and I hate backtracking in Crash. It's not fun at all. It's really, really not fun. But it is such a big part of the series' gameplay for some ungodly reason. Whoa! He got hit. He died. Crash is not alive anymore, guys. He's dead. Wow, he died. Can't believe they killed Crash Bandicoot. Okay, time to backtrack. Let's do it. Whoa! Backtracking is fun, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. The sad part is, Dave, I halfway believe that you feel that way just because of how much you love Crash. Oh, I hate the fact that you can spin one-ups off into the distance. I'm fine with the fact that you can get rid of like Wumpa Fruit because it makes absolutely no impact on anything. I don't even know if there's any boxes back this way. Ah, there's a checkpoint. I'm pretty sure those count towards box totals. I could be wrong. I don't know. Whoa! Whoa! Crash, stop being so scary. Ah. Die. Fucking turtle. Okay, I think I went back too far. There's no boxes back here. I'm pretty sure. I was wrong! I lied to myself to make myself feel better about the game. Now I can just go forward. Okay. Die, you fucking turtles. I really, really wish the PS1 version had the Insane Trilogy, like, Crash Warp style box counter. All I need is, you have 28 out of 55 boxes, and I'd be content. I'd be like, oh, perfect, perfect game. Literally perfect game. That is the main reason that I like playing it on Insane Trilogy better, but it feels so much more fluid in this version. It's like the ultimate double-edged sword in game design. It's like, do you take the slightly better controls, but like the way inferior UI, or the other way around? And I'm like, usually I would do the better controls. For Crash 2, I don't know. I don't know if you can skip that part like I just did there in the Insane version either. I already got the crystal for this level. That's the stupid part. Gotta redo everything. I'm probably gonna die in this bonus room again because I'll forget to count how many times I bounced on the boxes. Because I play Crash Insane so much, I'm so used to it being 5 bounces and not 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's annoying. I love Crash Bandicoot so much. It's my favorite series. It's not my favorite series. It's my like 3rd or 4th favorite platforming series. But boy, it doesn't make me angry. You're Zachary's brother. Hi, I guess. I didn't know you could do a slide jump past that thing there, actually. I thought you couldn't in Insane. I just know that I like playing this version more, gameplay-wise. I think it's easier to bounce between boxes in the other version, too. Why am I going for the box gems? Because I said specifically, I'm not doing 100%, and then I'm like, let's get every gem and crystal anyway. Like, the crystals I should get, because I just can't beat the game without them. But all the gems really do, it's like, yo, you want to fucking shoot Cortex with a death laser that he survives anyway? I guess that's a canonical ending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. God, I suck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least the sound effects are funny. Like, they're really, really funny. Oh. Die. Oh. I swear I can never get all those boxes at once. You think maybe the jumping crates take less than 5 jumps? I'm pretty sure it's 5, because that's what it is in Crash 3. It's 10 jumps in Crash 1 and 2, and 3 in... or 5 in Crash 3. And I think they just made it match and warped for all the games. Which, you know, I'm not complaining. It's a lot better that way. It's especially annoying in Crash 1, where Crash carries more momentum than the fucking Sonic game. Like, more momentum than a good Sonic game. That analogy wasn't that great. But point being, he carries so much momentum in Crash 1 on PS1. It controls like garbage to me. Like, it's fun enough. But, I don't know. Much prefer the way it feels in this version. Oh, cool. I still miss boxes. See what we're going to do? We're just going to not get this gem. So, that's cool. We're going to leave that now. I missed 3 in the bonus. Did I? Did I miss the last 3 because I was so content? That's okay. We'll come back for it if I decide I want to get all the gems. It's like one of the easiest levels in the game. I just suck. We're still in the first world, and I should not be so bad at it. Hello, Crash. Crash Dash. I'm pretty sure this level's good. Remember when Crash was in Skylanders and in doing so Activision made him real? I like the Skylanders figure of Crash a lot, actually. I don't have the Skylanders Crash figure, though. I was going to get it, and then I just sort of didn't. See, this level is so much better than any of the chase stages in the first Crash. Like, yeah, Boulders is an iconic level, but it's just not as good. I don't remember if, wow, I'm landing on literally all the mines. This is really pathetic. I don't remember if the boulder destroying boxes counts in this game or not. I know it does in the Insane trilogy, but I feel like it doesn't in the original. Reckon you could beat Crash in a fight? I could. I can beat pretty much any character in a fight. I'm pretty confident. I can't think of any that I couldn't. And like worst case, I can just say, well, they're not real, so I win by default. You know what I mean? I think this level has a secret exit too. I could be remembering wrong. I haven't played through Crash 2 in so long. This is a game I usually try 100% when I do play it though. Bonus stage. The bouncer kits were there to backtrack. I don't remember. I just suck at Crash, honestly. If you can't tell, I love this series dearly, but I'm not very good at it. Let's see, can I do it? I didn't do it. I'm really bad at that. I have gotten it in Insane, but I've never gotten that extra life between the TNT in the PS1 version of this game. I've tried plenty of times. I've just never done it. I didn't know that could crush you. The secret's an unbearable. Okay. Yeah, you're right, because it skids to a stop whenever he's doing it. The bear does. Yeah. Worst chase sequence in the series still goes to that stupid fucking... Whenever you go against, what's his name? It looks like Rotor from the Archie Sonic comics, and I hate him. I didn't lose count this time. I know exactly how many it is here. Rusty. Yeah. All I know is I hate Rusty. It's the worst chase sequence ever. I was holding right. Why didn't he go right? Ah, Crash sucks. You know what I'm going to do? It's a little thing called screw it because I don't need to do 100%. I almost went the wrong way. But I really like getting all the crates. It's fun. Nope. Takes too long. If I was going to do 100% run, it would have been the Insane version because of the box count difference. I know that much is for sure. Because it's so much more fun on Insane. I wonder if there's a hack of the PS1 version that just gives you the warp-style box counter. Because that would improve the game so much. Like, I legitimately consider that to be one of this game's biggest issues. And it is a stupidly minor thing. And it's better than Crash 1, which just doesn't have a box counter in general. Like, it just doesn't tell you how many boxes are in stages. Does it count if the boulder destroys the crates? No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, then it definitely doesn't work. The pitch for the Twinsanity sequel featured Rusty. I didn't even know there was a pitch for a Twinsanity sequel. Send me the link to that later, because I didn't know that existed. That sounds cool. Still despise the first Crash. I like Crash 1, just not on PS1 very much. Now that the stream is a thing, I am now viable for CTR. Prepare to be added to the next update. I would happily be a playable character in Crash Team Racing. I'd kick ass. I'd be like, yeah, I would just want to be a skin for Tana. Because Tana's cool, because she's like, I'm curvy and vivacious for no reason. Go away, Mr. Krabs. I don't want to talk to you. I want to fight Ripperoo. But I don't remember how. Did I do all the levels? I did Crash Dash, the pits. Yeah. I want to fight the boss. What was Cortex saying? I don't know where the boss is. No, where is he? There he is. I don't know why it's taking so long. Like, fuck. I don't even remember. Yeah, the first boss of this game is definitely Ripperoo. I'm remembering, right? I don't know for a second. I was like, it's not Ripperoo, but I know it is because he does the fucking nitro crates and stuff on the ground. I love this boss fight. I like the fact they were like, okay, so in the first game he's nuts. In this one he's a professor, but he's also nuts. And it's weird. You did it, Ripperoo. You did it. Way to go. I fucking love this boss fight. It's so much fun. I just wish this fight was a little quicker. It's much better than the fight in the first game, though. I think the Ripperoo fight in Crash 1's really, really, really boring. But this is a really fun fight. He just sort of blows the shit out of himself. First game, you knock him, fight, sends him with a big TNT. I just don't like that fight. I think it's really boring in Crash 1. The only good fight in Crash 1 is Papu Papu. Just because you break into a guy's house and you fuck him up and then you leave. And I'm just like, that's amazing. I love that so much. You like the Pinstripes fight? Pinstripe's legitimately my favorite fight. It's really easy, though. All the fights in Crash 1 are, like, way too easy. Cortex is probably the best fight in that game, and it's still nothing special. Then again, I don't think any of the Crash games have great boss fights. I think the best fights are Crash, you're looking the wrong way. I think the only good Crash fights in the entire series that like stick out to me as great are Dingo Dial in Crash 3 and Dingo Dial again in Twinsanity. Well, no, I really like the fight with Engine in 3. That was a good fight. Unlike the fight with Engine in Twinsanity where he just stands there and stares idly at you while he blows himself up. Ugh, poor Engine. I know there's crystals. Go away, Mr. Krabs. I gotta get extra lives. I will say, for as annoying and difficult as these games can be, I don't really game over much except in Crash 1. And Crash Twinsanity, I game over to shitload, and I was playing through that recently for a video. Like, I game over, like, every single stage. It was insane. Snowbiz? I can't remember if that's the annoying level or not. I always forget which level is which, because they're all, like, the same thing. I'm calling it Snowbiz. She's my Netflix password, so you can't mooch off me to watch Breaking Bad, you blasted Bandicoot. Mwahaha. Infernal Bandicoot. Unfortunately got a downgrade. I'm assuming you're talking about Engine, Dave, but honestly, that fight disappointed me. I like the Mecha Bandicoot fight. I'm pretty sure he pilots Mecha Bandicoot at the beginning of the game, and that fight's really cool. But yeah, in general, I was like, the boss fights in Twinsanity were kind of lame. Actually, that's not true. I think Twinsanity might have the best bosses in the series, like, in terms of the entire game. Most of them still suck. Like, they have a really shitty fight with Entropy and Embryo. But, you know, and the final boss fight was literally the stupidest, most boring shit in the entire world. But aside from that, you know, I generally enjoyed the boss fights in Twinsanity a lot more than most Crash games. The most difficult fight in the game was when Coco fucking killed me, and then the game soft locked, and I had to restart my Xbox. That was pretty cool. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, I thought you could slide into them whenever they were all fat and extended. At least it made more use of Dingo and Entropy. Wrath of Cortex, they stand there. Lots about Wrath of Cortex sucks, you know? It's sort of a thing. I mean, you know that. You just did a video on it. That game's boring. Wow. I was very happy because I'm doing a video about Wrath of Cortex when Crash 4 comes out, and I'm gonna call it the original Crash 4. But now I get to rip you off with that name, and I'm like, ha, good. I like stealing from my friends. It brings me joy. Actually, I'm assuming around the time Crash 4 launches, there will be many videos about that game called the original Crash 4. Oh, I thought you could run under them. I swear the timing on this level is completely different in the Insane Trilogy. Which is like, I was just playing this game for the sake of recording footage on Insane Trilogy. But, Dark Souls, am I right? Crash Bandicoot is the Bloodborne of Demon Souls. I always like this part because they changed it in the Japanese version to make it look less like a serial killer killed Crash. And I just think that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. They get rid of the squash death animation, which I would show off if I didn't want to not die. I hate the skating controls in Crash 2 so much. And Crash 3 for that matter. They're the same. It just feels so weird and heavy and don't like it. But man, Crash 2 and 3 on PS1 are some of the best feeling 3D platformers ever. He's so nice to control. Move, move, move. Thank you, Crash. That was very stressful. The only way to orient yourself really is to belly flop and slide a lot. You know, a lot of people who are... I don't get why people are mad about... Oh, the devs confirmed that Wrath of Cortex did still happen. I kind of was just going to assume that, you know, Crash 4 will take place before Wrath of Cortex into Insanity. Because there's no reason that it couldn't still happen. There's nothing about Wrath of Cortex that's like, this must take place immediately after Crash 3. Like, realistically, that game could fit in anywhere in continuity. If they were like, other than, obviously, Twin Sanity has to come after it. That would have been annoying. I should probably get that. One thing Crash 3 did that I really liked, they had a big glittery explosion effect every time you pick up a gem or a crystal, and it looks really so much better that way. Like, the game looks stupid without. There's a level with a secret path I have to do to get everything. And I know that going into it, so I'm not sure why I go at everything. It's weird. How much money do you think you need to commission a full replica of the Crash suit to use in marketing? All I know is that, I don't know if anyone here has ever heard me tell this story, but when I was at E3 in 2017, I saw the Crash Bandicoot suit with the hole in the thing and the Sonic promo suit do a fucking dance battle. And then Sonic tried to end the dance battle with a handshake, and Crash like said no and kept dancing, and it was like the coolest shit I've ever seen. And like that's where I first played Crash, was at E3 that year, because they had the Insane Trilogy demo, and it had like no line because the game was coming out like a week later. It came out in summer that year, so I just went and played the demo anyway because there was no line, and it kicked ass. I loved it, and then I got the game day one. And that's how I got into Crash. It's mostly because of that fucking dance-off. I'll have to come back to this level, because there's a secret exit right there that I am going to want to take. An exit that would be impossible to take in Crash Twinsanity. I couldn't remember the game's name for a second, because in Twinsanity, there's no drop shadow whenever you're going over boxes, even though there's platforming that requires you to go over boxes, and it's the most bullshit thing. No, Crash, why'd you go that way? That's not the direction I wanted him to go. I remember seeing that video on Twitter. There was a huge crowd of people watching. It was awesome. And like the guy in the Crash suit was having way more fun. Yeah, we'll just take this path now. Why not? That's why not. Wow. Oh, he's dead. He drowned. It's like Ben drowned, but it's just Crash Bandicoot drowned. This part's actually easier in the Insane Trilogy because Crash's jump doesn't go quite as far off boxes in Insane, so it like is perfectly spaced for this. I swear. Whereas in this version, it's kind of annoying to get. But that's like my favorite secret exit in the game. I don't know why. The guy in the crash, it always looks like he's having a blast. He does. I'm sure he is having a blast. I would be. Cool, we're going to get the red gem now. Wow! I like the secret warp room in this game. It's cool. But that was like the coolest shit. That dance battle is how I hope to one day be married. Just get proposed to, keep on dancing, and play Insane Trilogy alone immediately after. I mean, that sounds like how my wedding will go, except it probably wouldn't be Crash. I'll be realistic. I'll probably be playing Sonic my entire honeymoon. I know where my loyalties lie. Come hither. I would like those lives, please. Please, Seal, just get me. Fuck you, Seal. I know everyone talks about how this is like the hardest shit in the world, these like ice skating areas, but I don't know, man. I would like the Wampa fruit, please. What the fuck is Aku Aku saying? The belly flop makes some of the ice platforming a little easier, but not really. Alright, time for Invincible Aku Aku. Yeah. I still don't know what the fuck he's saying, though. I just want to know what he's saying. This right here is the part that everyone says is like the hardest part of the game. Like all these ice skating. I think there's another ice skating nitro section later. I could be wrong. I could be remembering wrong because it's been a while. I feel like it's Cold Hard Crash that has the really tough section. We have to backtrack a bunch. That part's actually really hard. But I hear people talk about this one too, and I don't know why. I think it's because people just confuse them. I forget if I got the gem for this level or not. Probably. I wouldn't be able to get it anyway since I started at the wrong point. So, invincible time. I love smashing crates with Invincible Aku Aku. It feels so good. That's something that they need to include in Crash 4 is just that great feeling of smashing through crates, which feels okay in Insane Trilogy, but it's not quite the same. Yeah, I already got the gem here. That's good. Again, I have no idea why I went out of my way to do that, but I like getting things in Crash. It's satisfying. It feels good. Oh my goodness, my room is so hot. Do the dance, Crash. I will stop when he starts turning because I don't want to see him turn around. So those are the levels I still need to do again, but I don't care nearly enough to do them up. Is it even possible to refight bosses in this game? I know you can in the Insane version, but now I think about it, I don't know if you can in this version. I guess I have to do Air Crash again. This time actually like, finish it. It'd be a weird thing if you couldn't refight bosses, but it really feels like you can't. And that's kind of odd. But I'm pretty sure that's just how it'd be. God, I love the slide jump so much. Like, seriously, slide jump, especially whenever you spin out of it, is like easily one of my favorite video game moves of all time. It feels so good. I hate the fact you can't take Invincible Aku Aku onto the jet thing, the jet board. I'm happy this is coming back in Crash 4, even if it's like a little weird that it is. Wow! I think imitating Crash every time you get hit, like doing a really bad impression of him, is like half the fun of these games too. No, Crash, hit the button and do the jump. There you go. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Look at that. This time I didn't skid off in the wrong direction like an idiot. Go me. See, I feel like this would be very difficult with D-pad controls. Ah! I did not expect that to go down. Still hoping level packs are a thing for 4. Well, there's some sort of in-game purchases. I hope it's not... I hope it's either, like, yeah, DLC packs that don't pertain to the main campaign or, like... just anything other than... like... everyone's freaking out about microtransactions, but honestly, I don't see how they can be anything other than cosmetic or just extra levels that are bonuses. Because, like... It's a platformer. Like, what do you put in a platformer to extend it with microtransactions? See, that's what I like to see. Normal crates to bounce off of, not stupid fucking bouncy crates that you have to jump on a billion times. Ugh. I like in Crash 1 where Tana stands at the end, staring at you, deep into your soul. I feel like it's just Skinner levels. My guess is skins. We already know there's pre-order bonus skins, so... Fuck, he's dead. Holy shit. He fucking died. Do I have to redo the bonus? I don't think so. That would seem stupid. I don't know how I missed that. I feel like that was not my fault, but it probably was because I'm bad at video games. Crash fucking died. But my guess, again, is skins, just because we have the totally tubular skins, and it's like... That seems like the sort of thing that they would put in. How didn't I make it? Why do I keep trying to be speedrunning at a game I haven't played in over a year? I played through Crash 2 like 4 times in quick succession and then like never touched it again after. But God, dude, I love this game so much. Do I have to do this again? Good. I'd be very angry. No. I hate whenever they put the crystal somewhere where like you can probably miss it if you're just really not paying attention, because it makes me feel very paranoid. This is a death route? I didn't know there's a death route in the stage. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to do that. Pretty sure the death routes count separately though, so it doesn't matter. No, you know what? I definitely have to go back and do the death route. Damn it. Well, in that case, I'll just warp room out. Make Crash purchasable in Crash 4 store. You don't get 3 hour. I think they would do the best thing they can do is make the DLC for Crash 4. You have to buy every character, everything in the game. All you have by default is just an empty map with no characters or fruit or anything, and you can't play it. And you have to pay money to get Aku to show up, and then Crash to show up, and then Coco. Like, everything has to cost money. That's how it should be done. Take notes, Activision and Universal, I guess. Doesn't Universal have something to do with Crash? I don't know if they still do or not. They did with the first couple, or did Activision buy the character? I don't really know the financial history of Crash Bandicoot. It's just not... I just don't know. Heading out for a bit. Probably back later. Well, either way, Dave, thanks for tuning in. Always nice to chat. Fuck, I got hit because of Dave. That was your fault, Dave. Now, I think Crash 4's microtransactions are going to be, like, super controversial. Fuck, I need to go back to the warp room again. I think it's going to end up being a big controversy, like, closer to release. And then it's going to be super minor and no one's going to give a shit. Like, that's 100% my guess. God, I'm so thirsty right now. I hate heat. Crash 4 should just be a title screen where the Crash suit guy just laughs at you. The game is just unplayable until a certain number of players IRL pay enough money that it makes the Crash costume guy content. Like, once he can buy his vacation home for the year, then he'll let you play the game. But like, it's like a crowdfunding thing. It's all, you have to be online to play it, and nobody gets to play the game until everyone donates enough money. That's how it should be done, damn it. So I would do it if I was Crash Bandicoot. I would also be like, whoa, because I'd sound like the Crash guy in that one commercial for Crash 2 from the 90s. I love that Crash 2 commercial so much. It's so goofy. No. I think the jetboard actually feels better in Insane Trilogy, and it's like the only vehicle that does. All the vehicles are better in the PS1 versions, except for the stupid fucking jetboard, which I love so much. It is a very fun mechanic, but like, how did I miss that? Why am I being like abnormally bad at Crash? This is already a series I kind of suck at. Like, man, you put me in front of people playing and I just get so much worse. Just wait for that platform to go away again. Wow. I think Crash 4 is going to be randomly critically panned by like certain journalists for no reason. And most people will just ignore it, but then a handful of hardcore fans will get really offended. It'll be like a Sonic style thing. And it'll be hilarious. That's always my favorite thing whenever a game gets any kind of like ridiculous criticism. Well, I still remember whenever Game Explain was getting a lot of shit because of their SpongeBob Rehydrated review. And then the Switch version that they reviewed came out and everyone found out, oh no, the Switch version's actually unplayable garbage. And then people were a lot nicer about it to them. And for the record, if you have not played the Switch version of SpongeBob Rehydrated, it's pretty rough. They might have patched it by now. I don't know. I enjoyed the game on Xbox One. I got 2 copies of it just because I was so annoyed by the Switch version. That's how I operate. Oh, a game displeases me. Time to buy it on a different console to see if it's better there. But it was, so it's fine. Wow, that was really bad. See, the funny thing is when I'm done playing this and I'm done finishing up some scripting stuff for a video I want to record tomorrow, I'm going to be playing the newest Naughty Dog game, which is, of course, The Last of Us 2, a game I really, really like, but I have not beaten yet. I am only halfway through it. I was planning on playing it all day today, and then I just didn't have a chance to. I was doing other stuff. God, bouncing on crates is so much fun in this game. I love how Crash controls in the PS1 versions of these games, except for Crash 1, where he's terrible. Crash controls like total garbage in Crash 1. Okay, like garbage is kind of an exaggeration, but it really is an awkward game to play. It's very stiff. The jump just does not feel good at all. And you don't have the option using an analog stick. You have to use a D-pad, which is a little awkward. Death route time! I'm pretty sure you can die on the death route and it's fine, but I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, because I suck at the death routes. But they're so much fun. That was one thing Wrath of Cortex did really well. Wrath of Cortex has really good death routes. Wizards and Lizards is like one of my favorite Crash levels, actually. It's the second level of Crash 2. Whoa! Just assume the timing would be different on that. Favorite Last of Us 2 moment is whenever Ellie goes, whoa! And spins around. That's mine too! You know, The Last of Us 2 reminds me a lot of Crash Bandicoot. It has many similar gameplay elements. For example, Ellie has to break many boxes. Okay, now we can't do the death route. That sucks. You know what? Screw it. Speedrun time. Go! Oh, I got a pity Aku Aku. I hate when that happens. The game sometimes just gives you Aku Akus to make you feel better about yourself, and it's like, stop. It's the same shit Nintendo does in some of the newer Marios, where you're like, I don't want your pity power-ups. Oh, the death route stayed. Okay, good. How long have I been on this level? It feels like I've been on this level for like 15 minutes, even though it's like a very average Crash 2 level. Just because I'm extra bad at Crash when I'm streaming. There are some games I'm actually kind of good at, even on stream. Like, I feel like when I stream Sonic Adventure, specifically Sonic Adventure, and not even Adventure 2, just the first one. Even when I'm streaming, you know, I feel like you guys are generally like, yeah, you're doing pretty good, Ian. But then when I'm playing like anything else, it's like, wow, Ian, do you even have thumbs? What happened? Am I blind? No, but the best part of The Last of Us 2 is actually the part where Ellie goes up to the main villain, Abby, and says, "Wow!" It's true. It happened. There is a Crash reference in that game. There's a porno tape, and it's called Smash Brandy's Cooch. And when you say it fast, it sounds like Crash Bandicoot. And I was like, oh my god, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I absolutely love that. Okay, watch me be good at Crash now, boys, and anyone else watching. That was not on purpose. That was not on purpose. I thought he would jump. He didn't jump. You can't jump when you're on the platforms and until they land, and he wouldn't. That didn't happen. That actually did not happen. You're misremembering. That didn't happen at all. I'm good at the video game. That didn't happen. That did not happen. The water looks kind of decent in this game for a PS1 game. Like, God, the Crash games are so pretty. I think there are better looking games on the PS1 if you count stuff like Mega Man 8 or Symphony of the Night. But, like, that's because those are just amazing looking 2D games. In terms of 3D, I don't think it really gets better than Crash 2 and 3. Especially Crash 3. That game's visuals are incredibly ambitious for PS1. Check this out. This is called gaming skill. I'm gonna not die because I actually know what to do from here on out in the death route. Yeah, I might get hit because I'm an idiot, but I won't die. Whoa! No, I gotta get the thing. Yay! Death route complete. Now I can do the level the normal way. Ah, I really like death routes. They're fun. I wish you could skip this part. I get why you can't, but I wish you could. I love Crash's dumb faces in this game, and all the PS1 Crash games. It's because he's not using like traditional animation, like on a modern model. It's just vertex animation, which I don't really know what the fuck that means, but I know it means some funny ass faces, and I'm a-okay with that. Now here's the part where I just do the level the normal way. Except I got this first part down so much I'm just basically speedrunning it. Whoa! Like I said, it was a speed run. It was a speed run. You thought it was really epic when Crash got divorced in the Crash. I want to make a game called The Crash of Us now. Where it's just like Crash fighting fucking infected zombie people and... You know, I can't really say anything else without spoiling the plot of The Last of Us 2, which, despite what people say, has a very good, compelling narrative that I'm very interested in. Playing Wrath of Cortex the other day to get stock footage for a video I'm doing, and you know what? That game's bad. I don't know why that popped into my head. I think because I was mentioning how I like Wizards and Lizards, which is a very good level in that game. I like a couple of the platforming Crash stages a lot, and then when you play the rest of the game, you're like, oh no. Like, I love the ball rolling stages, they're very good, and then they're like, okay, now let's do that, but it's a boss fight and it sucks. And I'm like, okay. You can do that if you want Crash Bandicoot Wrath of Cortex for the Xbox, PS2, and GameCube. I am reviewing Wrath of Cortex whenever Crash 4 comes out, though. So, you know, look forward to that. Or don't look forward to it. I don't know. I do love the fact that Crash actually carries a lot more momentum in the air after bouncing on something than he does after a jump. It feels a little weird to get used to, but like whenever you're doing long platforming sections with the bounce, it's very satisfying. It's like specifically if a box breaks, I think that you get this extra momentum because you have to use it to get like back from that jump, for example. It's like a total necessity. This is one of the only songs I actually like the original better than the Insane version. I love the Insane Trilogy soundtrack. Generally, I think it's much better than the original version soundtrack. Wow! That break everything? Okay, good. Sometimes I'm not sure, because the TNT can be a little inconsistent. If you go too far away from TNT, it'll actually, instead of exploding, it'll just despawn. Fuck, I messed up. I need to perish now. Kill me. I like whenever Crash just lays in the water fucking dead. Yeah, we need to do this. Not that. I swear the analog sensitivity in this game gets really messy. I'm going to actually recalibrate the controls real quick. And if you're thinking, why are you doing this on stream? It does actually improve the controls if you do this. I swear, sometimes the default analog controls for Crash 2 feel weird. I don't think Crash 3 lets you configure them. But yeah, Crash feels a little... I swear he just drifts a little bit. And that one wasn't a drift thing. That was me. But I swear it's a thing. And I could be crazy. It might just be me being like weird and paranoid. But I think every time I calibrate the controls, it just feels a lot better. I don't know if they just drift or what. Oh, that was... I could have sworn that connected the whole way to the left. Like I was holding left because I thought it would be safe. But it was not. Oh, this platform is. That was me forgetting to slide. You guys are getting like the ultimate... LyingTuna dying a bunch at a video game thing, but it's a Crash game, which means I have like a bajillion lives. I have not game overed in Crash 2 like ever, but because you have so many lives to work with. Yeah, it works. Whatever. I wasn't trying to land on the jet board, but it works. Whoa! I didn't know that was the pattern they were gonna have. I thought they were gonna go left and right. That was my fault. That was stupid. I like when Crash. Yeah, the Crash in the Skylander show has, like, nothing to do with Crash as a character. And he talks. He talks like the fucking old weird commercial for Crash 2. And I don't know why they made him talk. And then they had Coco, and they made her look weird. And I don't like how Coco looks in Skylanders. I didn't watch the show. I just know I don't like how Coco looks. I don't know how she acts. I don't know anything else about how Coco is in that show. I just know I can't stand her design. I'm really picky with my Coco designs. I like Coco in Crash 2 and 3 and Wrath of Cortex and Insane, and despite the fact that she looked like Belle Delphine, the fucking bathwater girl, I really like how she looks in Crash 4 as well. I can tolerate her look in Twinsanity. But generally speaking, I don't like most Coco designs, like post Wrath of Cortex. I swear they like try and sex her up, and I'm like, she's a child, stop. And even if she's a teenager, stop. Like, Jesus Christ. Why did I have to make Coco look weird? She's my favorite character. I don't want her to look all fucking Rouge the Baddish, you know? It's unnecessary. I know Coco's got a big following in the, like, furry community, which is fine, even if I don't fucking get it. But, Jesus. She's a kid. Why does it have to be like this? We gotta go boom boom. Isn't there a nitro switch somewhere I have to hit? This is what I'm looking for. Did I miss it? Oh well, whatever. I'm not too worried about it. I was trying to get the gem, but if I didn't get it, I didn't get it. Even though I don't know how I didn't get it, and I don't know what I did. You watch the show. Coco's in it for like 5 minutes. Why is Coco obsessed with boomerangs? Coco would just build a fucking laser gun and kill someone. Die. Little fuck. I'm probably going to finish this world and then end the stream. But I'm going to save because we might do this as a 100% thing. I might pick this back up down the line. Not like anytime soon. Just like make this a file like something I just mess with. I love the polar levels. They feel so good. These might be... I think my favorite vehicle levels are still the Crash 3 ones. But these ones are pretty good. The Crash 3 ones are a lot slower paced. But I think that makes them a lot more manageable. Did I miss a box? We're going to go back and find out. Polar, quit looking at me. Why the fuck is Polar trying to kill Crash in Twinsanity? What's the deal with that? Did they ever explain what the fuck was up with that? I actually didn't play Twinsanity until like really, really recently. So I had no idea what the fuck was going on with that one scene where they had Crunch there and I was like, isn't Crunch good now? But yeah, he is. They address it. He's just there by mistake. He thought it was a birthday party. And I'm like, that's cool. But why the fuck is Polar trying to kill Crash? Polar is friends with Crash. At least he's friends with Coco in Crash 3. Maybe I shouldn't be reading too deep into the lore of Crash Bandicoot. But like, I have fun reading deep into the lore of stupid kids franchises. It entertains me. Yeah, the Polar stages are so much fun, though. Especially if you're not going for completion. Just because, you know... I just want to get that last crate, and I keep missing it, and I don't know why I keep missing it. We're going to keep trying until I get it. I don't care how many lives I burn through. What time is it? 9:16. I'm going to go until 9:30. I don't care if I beat the world by then or not. I'm tired. And I actually do have other stuff I need to do for the channel tonight. I swear, it's all for the channel. Everything I do is for YouTube. Except for my job. That's so I can live, and not school. That's so I can get a different job later. A job where I'm not as annoyed at people quite as often, but probably still all the time. There we go. That's more like it. That's less like it. Haha, he's an ice cube. Polar is a funny bear. Polar is fucking awesome. I love the, I can really barely express how much I adore the animal levels in the Crash games. They are so much fun. I know there's a later Polar level that's a lot harder that I like a lot more than this one. Because it's fun. It's challenging. Man, I burned through a lot of lives in the last couple stages. It's gonna keep killing myself, either by accident or on purpose. Like, I'm not dying because of enemies or because I'm like doing any sort of major mess ups. It's like I'm doing dumb shit, and it's like that one was not my fault. I will stand by that. That was some fucking Sonic 06, Sonic Adventure, not Wrath of Cortex, Twinsanity bullshit. Why did he just go through the floor? He's like, no, I don't want to be alive. Fuck off. Like, I can relate. I do the same thing, but shit. You know, the people counting on you here, Crash and Polar. Namely me. I am. That was some bullshit. You're not supposed to fall through the floor. I've never had Crash clip through things in these games before, but, you know. First time for everything, I suppose. That one was my fault. I count in Crash Lore Cortex with birth in the middle of a circus act on stage. I like everything about Cortex, especially anything established by Twinsanity. It seems like the Titans games actually treat Cortex. Oh no, he's dead. He got cut in half. No. It seems like the Titans games treat the characters quite well, other than their redesigns. But just that the gameplay is so bad. I haven't played the Titans games, so I don't know yet. They're something I'm gonna get to. I don't think I'm gonna do like a video on them or anything. They just seem like games I would find interesting to play once and then never think about again. Kill yourself, Crash. Die. Wow. Cortex is a pretty kick-ass villain, though. I really enjoy him. Bark, bark, says Polar, the polar bear. God, if it wasn't so hot in here, I would keep streaming all night, but it's so miserable. The polar bear controls are like one thing that is objectively worse, I think, in Insane. No, Crash, we gotta get it, because it's really stiff. It moves a lot slower left and right. It's more notable with Purah in Crash 3, which is the name of the tiger from the Great Wall of China. I think it's called Purah. That's what I always called it. It sounds right. I don't know. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, I know this is correct, but I don't remember picking up the lore. It's not like I spend a lot of time on fucking Crash Bandicoot wiki or anything. I don't know. Like, other than looking at box locations when I'm frustrated in some of the other games. Not this one. This one I beat 100% without a guide. But, in, like, Crash 1, I had to look shit up sometimes. You see how epic that jump was? Polar's pretty cool. I gotta focus. I gotta get all the boxes. You ready? Here we go. Here's the bullshit part. Ready? Gotta go bam, bam, bam. Missed it. Kill myself. Cortex is the kind of guy to only pack yogurt pouches in his lunch. What do you got against Cortex eating yogurt? He's a healthy guy. Although you're fucking British, so you're like yogurt, I think. Pretty sure that's how they say it in Doctor Who. Like 2/3 of my knowledge of British cultures comes from watching an unhealthy amount of Doctor Who. Die, Crash. This is very annoying. That's my Crash voice. This is how Crash sounds. Whoa, haha. Whoa, crikey. Because he's Australian. How come Coco doesn't have an Australian accent? When I think about it, none of the characters do. Shouldn't Coco be Australian? Shouldn't she be all crikey? You know? But she's not. She's just like, make yourself useful, big brother. Go fetch another battery for me. Well, I got different boxes that time. Doctor Who is 100% factual. I know they're factual. Otherwise, how could Jodie Whittaker and David Tennant exist on the same planet? They're both too talented to otherwise exist together. Unless they're just the same person. See, Doctor Who's cool because it's my favorite TV show, and I'm obsessed with it. And it's like the one thing I've never tried to cover to any capacity on the channel. See, the game has a an adaptive difficulty system. What do I mean by that? I mean, one of the crates we were normally getting is now a checkpoint. Because the game doesn't understand that I'm dying on purpose. But I'm okay with that. I'm going to get all the boxes in this level. I don't care if this is the whole rest of the stream. At this rate, it's looking like this might be the rest of the stream, just me trying to get these fucking boxes. Why is this the hardest part of Crash 2? Who knows? But it is. I don't make the games. I just play them, and I'm just saying. This is the hardest part of Crash 2. We gotta go bam, bam, bam. Oh, we did it. That was it. I did it. I've done the thing. Now I can just give it the old, whoa! Whoa! And then zoop on out of there. Because I'm a Crash 2 master. It only took me like 20 minutes to get those 3 boxes. Fuck off, Polar. It was your fault. We're gonna get the whole dance this time. I'm not cutting it off ever. Why does my PS3 sound like a fucking jet engine taking off? It's so loud. I know it's because I have an original model PS3 and they're just very loud consoles, but like still, it's ridiculous. And I have the original model because it's backwards compatible with PS2 games, and I don't feel like having my PS2 set up. It's like ready to be set up if I have to, but it isn't. Just because I'm lazy and I don't want it set up. See, the mines are really good obstacles because they don't kill you. They just sort of inconvenience you mildly throughout the level. And I think that's very clever. That's a good style of obstacle. See? That doesn't kill you. But it will kill if you hit like 2 or 3 of them in a row because it won't give you time to go back up ahead from the boulder that's chasing you. Oh, I didn't know there was a secret exit here, or is it just a platform to take me back to where I was? Yeah, that's all it is. I was gonna say, I didn't think there was a secret exit in this level. I love the fact that Crash... Whoa! You're back. Well, welcome back, Zachary. I love the fact that Crash looks behind him all terrified at the boulder. It's so good. In Crash 1, he does actually make like a... Wow! Every time he dies, I have to do it. He does make a different facial expression in Crash 1. But in Crash 2 onwards, he looks back in absolute terror, except for in Twinsanity, where he doesn't give a shit. He just ignores the fact that there's things chasing him. Which actually did annoy me when I was playing Twinsanity. If you can't tell, I have a lot of thoughts on Twinsanity. I expect to hear more about that game soon. Because, oh boy, do I have things to say about it. And I really liked it. But, did it annoy the hell out of me, too. My first time playing Crash at all was actually Uncharted 4, because they had a cameo in Uncharted 4. Whoa! I don't need your stupid Wampa fruit. I'm Crash Bandicoot. Motherfucker. That's how I would talk if I was Crash. Doctor just regenerating to Crash. I would be very happy if the doctor was just like, I'm Crash Bandicoot now. Whoa! Like, after Jodie Whittaker says she's done, they're just like, we need a bold new direction. I know, Crash Bandicoot. That would be the craziest shit. I'd love it. Splat. Let's go, Crash. Back into the level. Because, I don't know, this is what we're doing, I guess, is beating Crash 2, World 2. I think the warp room's a big improvement over the map screen from Crash 1, just for the record. And I also think it's better than having just straight progression. Like, by which I mean linear stage-to-stage progression. I like having something in between levels. I don't think it's, like, necessary, but I still rather enjoy it. It's why I like the hub worlds in Sonic Adventure 1 more than just going stage to stage like in SA2 or Heroes or whatever. To make it a Sonic-related thing. Whoa! Whoa! But at least I got the crystal, yo! Oh, almost got the crystal. There we go. But even like the world map from Sonic Lost World, I would take over straight level progression. I just don't like it. I don't know why. Cortex Strikes Back is the term used when I get sudden creative drive at 5 a.m. mid-sleep. Oh, that's technically what's happening, so that works. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, don't need to see you dance. The eel deal? I don't remember this level. Oh, yes, I do. This is the fucking sewer level with the electric floor, water stuff. I do remember this level. Okay. Well, as Crash would say, wow! That's pretty crazy. I don't think he'd say the last part, but he would say wow. Destroy. That's my favorite things when Crash just says, destroy, kill, die. I forget if you can kill the eels. Nope. Okay. Not super important either way, but, you know, it would make the level very easy if you could. This level is substantially harder in the Insane version. I feel like he wasn't near me, but he probably was. I still want to know what the fuck Aku Aku is saying. It seems racist, but I don't know. Like, not that he's being racist, just it seems like a racist portrayal of any other culture. But it might not be. It might be something very cool and very real. See, this is how they trick you. They're like, you gotta go that way, because that's where the Wumpa fruits say to go. Oh, this is a dead end. It's just nitro crates. But it's like, obviously that's not true. See? They say Crash 2 is cryptic, but how wouldn't you figure this out? That was dumb. That was very dumb. That was not my fault. Except it kind of was completely my fault, but still not my fault. That was my fault. I don't know why I spun at him. I know that it would kill me. He's got spikes on every part of him. Every orifice is a spike. Wait for the eel to do his shit. Cool. Hell yeah. I always thought that was a really funny shortcut. Or not shortcut, but funny secret. Because I've seen people be like, it's so cryptic. That's a bullshit one. And I'm like, I kind of agree. But at the same time, why would there be a bunch of nitro crates there if there wasn't something behind them? You know what I mean? This level is much easier in this version versus Insane Trilogy. I will say that for sure. Although, backtracking in Crash is still pretty fucking bad. Please don't die, please don't die, please don't die. Please don't die is going to be amplified like tenfold coming up right here. Okay, very slow, very slow. Whoop. Okay, Crash, come on. Yeah. Look at his fucking face. No, I want to get a funny face. Okay. See, this is when a Crash 2 kind of annoys me. This is when I get mad. I have to go back and do that again. I think this is going to be the last level of the stream because I want to go to bed. But, because I do have work in the morning. I don't think I keep crystals. Oh, I do keep the crystal. Okay, then who cares? That's fine. Fuck it. Dying was easier anyway. Remember, kids, if you don't feel like dealing with bullshit, just die. I like the fact that this game's bonus room themes aren't all just remixes of one song. In Crash 3, they're all just remixes of the game's theme. And it's like, they're really good remixes, but it's not quite as original as this game's, where they use just like different tracks that sound similar enough to the main level themes, like they're appropriate, but they're not the same. I always thought that was really cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the rest of Crash 2 another time, though. I think we're going to do the whole game over like a couple streams, just because I really like Crash 2. It's a good game. Gotta smash all the smashy boys. I hate steel crates because they require the belly flop. I use the belly flop a lot anyway. I think it's a fun move to use when it's not required. But when it is, it irritates me. Like a whole bunch. Monkey bars are pretty good though. This is a really fun mechanic that they do fuck up in Wrath of Cortex because they make it really, really slow. I've seen people be like, the monkey bars in Wrath of Cortex are not that bad. And I'm like, no, they are kind of awful. They take a long time to cross. And in Crash 2, they're not like amazing. I don't love them, but they're a fun mechanic in Crash 2 and 3. They're fine. Okay, I thought I was jumping between them, but I that was very stupid. Once I beat this level, we're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. I don't care what you fuckers do, but I'm going to bed. I'm a very tired man. So I think this is like a really good mechanic just to add a little more depth to levels. Like, it doesn't do anything crazy. And the monkey bar sections are pretty short in this game. They're a little longer in Crash 3. But, yeah, it's like just fun enough to be like, yeah, that's cool. Way to go, Crash 2, you know? Oh, I missed 10 boxes, huh? Is that so? And the crystal, huh? Is that so? Is that so? Well, I got the green gem. Fuck you. We'll do it again later. I'm gonna go save. But, Crash's motivation for doing stuff in these games that he's either bored or told to do. Nuh-uh, in Crash 1, he's trying to get laid. He's trying to get Tana. Trying to get that Smash Bandicoot. That's gross. All right, I'm going to end the stream. Watch my videos, because there's one going up this week, and then I would expect one a week for the next 3 weeks. Maybe a break in between at some point, but, like, it's going to be a pretty rapid outflowing of content, because I fell behind, but I actually have a ton of stuff done on them. I just need to